ready to chug some beers and make some bad gambling picks. Welcome to ChuggieBets. Al, after four and a half long months, it's finally here. A bittersweet moment. We have the Super Bowl, which is great. It's the quintessential nature of what America is. Opulence. I don't know if opulence, but surplus and excess. And we're going to get drunk all day. We're not going to go to work sober on Monday because it's the Super Bowl. But football season comes to an end. And that brings up a very important question for you, Al. Do you have a Super Bowl routine or a snack you always make or something that makes Super Bowl Sunday to you?
What makes Super Bowl Sunday to me is going to a buddy's house. Okay. It could be one of probably two or three buddies, but going to their house and watching the game. That way I don't have to have people over at my house. Not that I mind it. I like having people over, but for the Super Bowl, it's better to make a mess at someone else's house. But as far as what makes it the Super Bowl, there's got to be buffalo chicken of some variety. It can be chicken tenders. It can be, grilled wings or, buffalo wings. Or what's usually most common is that buffalo chicken dip.
Ooh,
that shit is nice.
Publix is like the premium on dips. And that actually brings up what Super Bowl Sunday. It isn't Super Bowl Sunday to me if we're not eating dip. I need at least one. I need more than one dip.
Yeah, Rotel dip. That's a winner too. Rotel. Like a little spicy queso dip.
Danny makes that spicy queso dip. He's not on here today, but man, that is glorious. It's delightful. But then maybe some salsa. I love a good ranch or French onion dip with a wavy chip.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I fucks with that. Or a kettle cooked chip. God, I'm excited. I always get sad in these moments because I know next week I'm going to be craving football. And it'd be gone. I know, didn't the XFL and the USFL combine?
It's not real.
It's not real. Do you care about spring football? Everyone's like, it's football all the time. It sucks. I never liked spring football.
Get into Aussie rules. It's better. I mean, it's shittier hours, but it's more entertaining and more frequent.
For sure. The Premier League.
And better quality. Yeah.
And then Aussie rules at night. You could be a good person and hang out with your family in those primetime hours instead of being a piece of shit, ignoring your kids all.
Be surprised at how much your family has grown. Probably not in the number of people in your family, but the height. Your child is 6 months older now than the last time you spent the whole weekend without watching football with them.
You're like, man, you've gotten a lot taller. They're smarter now.
Your vocabulary is so robust.
When did you learn how to poop not in your pants? That was 4 months ago. It's a tough moment. It's a tough moment. But we're here, baby. So let's get into the action. No more standing on the ceremony here.
Savor the last moment.
Oh, you got to. I got Al here. I'm Matt. This is ChuggieBets, our final football podcast of the year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Run the right way to celebrate it. It's Busch Light Cowboy season.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Al, I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to talk about real football shit and then go deeper into props or the other side?
Yeah, let's spend like a few minutes talking about real football shit.
All right, so the updated lines have not been updated that much. This spread has stayed pretty much at 2, like we spoke about last week. At minus 105 for both sides on the website I am using. Spread has grown slightly from 47 up to 47.5. Not a ton of value on the money line either. San Francisco's minus 125. Kansas City's plus 115. I guess that is a little bit of value there. Al, do you have any sides or any leans in the actual game itself?
So I'm going to be pissed if this doesn't hit because it's been like rammed down my throat so hard and it's cost me money. But I think I have to go with the Chiefs. Take Mahomes when he's getting points, right? He's like, I don't know, like 8-0 as a dog or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'll take Chiefs plus 2. I think I also like the under. Maybe? That feels dumb also. I don't know.
I kind of like the under 2. Super Bowls are notorious unders. Now the last few years have been to the contrary of that, but you remember that Rams Patriots Super Bowl? Everyone's like, this is going to be a high scoring one. And then the Rams had like 7 points with 4 minutes left in the game. Unders have a tendency to hit. And last year, the Chiefs and the Eagles went off, but I could see this being a little more touchy. The Chiefs defense is good. I've been most impressed of all 4 sides in this game. The Chiefs defense is playing like the best side, which is a wild thing to say when you think about the Chiefs. You usually think offense, but Spag has those boys going, absolutely going.
I think. So I was going to say, I think the total moved up to 48 today, so there's a chance it keeps moving. I don't know how much it's going to move, but obviously, if it got to 49 or something, then that would be great to take the under on. But if you do like the under, you might want to wait a little bit, see if it continues to move. But I'm trying to think if there's a way to do like a. Can you do a same game teaser? Some books do and some books don't, right?
I think you probably can for the Super Bowl. Let me see if I can put something together.
Because if you do the Chiefs +8 with under 53.5 or over 41.5 or both, I don't know, whichever side you like better. I know Andy says never tease a total, and that's largely true. But one of these sides is going to win, and if you get the Chiefs at plus a touchdown, it feels like you're basically betting on a better cushion for the total.
Yeah. I just did it right now on Bovada, and I have Chiefs +8 over 41.5. And it gives you the regular -120. Not the greatest number, but -120 is the teaser expected.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I don't think the Chiefs are going to lose this game by more than a touchdown, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's essentially that leg of it is a lock in my mind. So you're essentially getting over 41.5 at a much better value at -120 than if you were to actually bet that at, I don't know what it would be, minus.
So the tricky part here is I don't think the Chiefs have given up. They did give up 24 points to the Bills. I'm like, the Chiefs defense has been like nails at the end of the year. They gave up 17 to Cincinnati, 12 to the Chargers, 7 to the Dolphins, 24 to the Bills, and then 10 to the Ravens. So their defense has been doing their job as far as keeping the points low. That's my only fear on teasing the total down as far as the over. Now, if you want to go the other side to under, that feels like a stupid thing to do, but it's probably the wise way to do it because both defenses can be good. But taking it under with a dynamic offense like San Francisco, like I said, we were talking about taking the under in the game. That's fine, but if I'm like teasing it up, I want to like a certainty,
Yeah.
It feels much worse to buy the 6 points and then have it like go way over. It feels stupid.
Yeah, I think Chiefs +2. I'm probably comfortable with just doing that. Maybe a little sprinkle on the money line too, since that's essentially what you're betting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up playing San Francisco. I do think San Francisco is the better team. The metrics playoff. I also think if there is an NFL script, right? We talk about the NFL script a lot. It's far better for Roger Goodell to have the Chiefs lose and get the Taylor Swift fans with some fury under their ass to come back next year. You know what I'm saying? Get them close and tease them with a taste of victory and take it from them. And then the Chiefs, I will lock it in the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl next year. I'll do that shit early.
Oh, you're playing the long game.
Yeah, because it would be better for the ratings, right? I'm sure NFL ratings are up in general. They're always up, but I think Taylor has been helping out a lot. Do you think that there's an engagement at the end of this game?
Well, I'll tell you what. If the game ends on a Statue of Liberty play, then I think it's happening. Yeah.
The old Boise State.
What was it? What was that guy's name? Ian or Ian? I don't know what it was.
I want to say it's like Ian Johnson, but
that's right. Good job, us.
Yeah.
Deep cut. Only a 20-year-old reference.
We watch way too much football from fucking 2006 Fiesta Bowl or whatever that was. What a
That's
hell of a
man.
game.
I watch those highlights like literally whenever. Randomly pull them up and watch them.
Oh, it was a great. That game was awesome. That Boise
Yeah.
State game was awesome because it was them. No one believed in them, and this was before Boise State became like a thing, or they were like right on the precipice of becoming a thing before they started playing like Virginia Tech and home openers and stuff. And that was like actually a scary game.
When there was no shot at like making a playoff or making the championship game as a team that was not Power Five.
Yeah, there's still no shot,
I mean,
unfortunately. But
since
yes,
got in and the playoffs expanding, so
that's true. That's true. Yeah, so I will be curious to watch. I do think the most interesting matchup will be San Francisco's passing game against the Chiefs secondary. The Chiefs pass rush has been good. I was praising Spags earlier, but their secondary is good. L'Jarius Sneed is awesome. He is sneaky good. He is a Pro Bowl caliber corner that no one talks about for some
yeah.
reason. He's awesome. I don't know if he'll get Ayuk or he'll get Samuel in the matchup. But I do think this could be a nice George Kittle game. If you were looking for San Francisco players to go over, I could see George Kittle having to be really big in this game.
Yeah. Who do they? Is Nick Bolton their like coverage linebacker? The Chiefs.
Yes, I think it is Bolton.
Yeah, he's good.
No,
Kittle. Kittle feels like a good receiver prop to hit in this one because I don't really have a read on what 49ers receiver is going to do something, but Kittle feels good.
I would still bet it's going to be terrible odds, but hit McCaffrey to score a touchdown. It's failed like once this year. Just go do it and take it to the bank. He does
minus 150 or whatever the hell it's going to be.
I'm sure it's not good. Or parlay it with something on an alt to get it over plus 100. Any matchups that you like that you're most interested to watch in this game?
So I haven't looked, but I feel like what's a Rashee Rice rushing prop for yards? Let me look.
Like an round?
Yeah, like I'm sure he's going to get some rushing touches. He's not even listed on this book, so I don't know. That's a thought I had. Or maybe just anytime touchdown might be good for Rashee Rice.
Let's see what I can get you on the market.
Plus 135 for anytime touchdown.
I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him listed either. I do like Brock Purdy over 12.5 as well in rushing yards. I know that's a victim of that's living in the moment a little bit because he was so
like recency
big.
bias.
Yeah. It was so big in the Detroit game with those couple yards that he got.
And honestly, he just needs to do it once and he'll hit this mark. I mean, he had, I think, 2 or 3 20-plus yard runs against Detroit. It was like stupid.
Before we go any deeper, I do think we need to do. Would you like to present a compliment sandwich for Detroit, or do you just not want to do that?
No, sure. That sounds like fun. Detroit, you have a incredibly likable team and coach. You really, really got to figure out that defense, though. Some real. I mean, honestly, as I'm probably biased here, but I think their defense played well for what they were trying to do, which is minimize the damage with lack of talent in certain spots. Basically, give up yards to try and get stops in the red zone. But yeah, it's dog shit. It's stinky defense. And one more positive. Let's give it up to Detroit fans for traveling well all year round, making noise at road stadiums all season. That's it. Cheers.
This will be the last Detroit question to ask you, and then we can move on because I know it's a painful experience. How many Detroit Lions fans at halftime of that game booked a non-refundable hotel room in Las Vegas? What do you think the over-under is? 10,000. Did you say 10,000 over?
I would say under. And I'll tell you this. Every Lions fan knows that the third quarter has been the Lions' worst quarter all year. both offensively and defensively. So I think they all had like I know I did have like a sinking feeling about like, we just got to get through the third quarter and then we can win it in the fourth, hold the lead through the third and we should be in a good spot. And then just the way it fell apart in like 10 plays. So I think a lot of people were like, let's just get a stop on this first drive and I'm booking it. All right, let's just get a score on this drive and I'm booking it, and they're like right there and they just didn't pull the trigger, but I'm sure some people did though.
I'm sure they had.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that game was over.
But I think a lot of other people probably thought the game was over, and I think the Lions fans are probably the last ones to think that.
You guys are like Browns fans. You never believe until the score is over. As a family member, as a person with family members who are Browns fans, it's a hard life to live.
Yeah.
You never feel confident. Yeah, we talked a lot about this. If you guys haven't listened, we broke down the Lions' perspective a lot last week. So make sure to deep dive that. But we're not talking about the Lions today. We're talking about the Super Bowl. And Al, there is a really interesting prop combination here that I think we need to get started with. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone get your pens out. We're diving deep on the numbers here, give you guys the best possible prop plays.
Okay. There is Super Bowl 58 MVP options. I think it's safe to say that there are 4 good options here. And they're your top 4. You got Pat Mahomes, you got Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and Travis Kelce. That doesn't mean that Deebo Samuel can't win. That doesn't mean Pacheco can't win. Look, there's a variety of ways they can win. Maybe Travarius Ward wins at plus 20,000. Hey, if you bet it, you're the king, and I bow to you. But with that being said, there's also a prop that we were talking about beforehand that says, who will the Super Bowl MVP mention first in their speech? Teammates is minus 145. God or Jesus is plus 135. And coach is plus 1,800. So let's break this down a little further. Al, you did a little research into this. Tell me what you found out.
Yeah, so I looked up Pat Mahomes' MVP speech from last time he won it. And he led with teammates and then immediately thanked the coaches right after. So that's where we're leaning for a Mahomes MVP lift. If he's the one lifting that trophy, it's going to be probably a teammates or coaches thing. With the value of the lines being where they are, I will put a couple bucks on the plus 1,800 that he mentions the coaches first, just because I think there's room for that to apply elsewhere if other guys win that award. But I think we've got ourselves a good opportunity on another one of these. What do you think if Brock Purdy wins? What's the play?
In the NFC Championship game, Brock Purdy could barely listen to the question before praising God and Jesus for his victory.
I could actually see Jesus carrying him in that interview. I saw the footprints.
You saw footprints in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a good bet. If you think Brock Purdy is going to win the MVP, if you think San Francisco wins and Brock Purdy is the reason or the MVP of the game, it's plus 225. But you may want to parlay that or add in God or Jesus at plus 135 as well.
Oh, man, if you could do that, if you could parlay a Purdy MVP and thank God or Jesus and get plus 400 or 500 on that?
You can't parlay it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
These are singles only. But, I mean, other guys may praise God or Jesus. Let's go into the third most likely candidate, according to Vegas, Christian McCaffrey. I've never heard Christian McCaffrey give a speech, so I don't have any indication on how this will go. You think he's a God or Jesus guy, a teammate guy, a coach guy, a city guy? He
seems like for sure he's going to thank the O-line immediately or thank teammates for, thank the defense, blah, blah, blah. He's a teammates guy for sure. That's my feel.
I think so too. I don't see him being a God or Jesus guy. I could see him being a family member guy also.
Yeah.
That's a deeper odds. That's plus 1,400. That's worse than coach. Coach is a really good value. It is a good value, just to kind of throw it out there. I don't know if they'll mention it first, but they'll definitely be mentioned. Now, here's the most interesting one. We've got Travis Kelce. right? I think there's a legitimate chance for him to win a Super Bowl MVP if we're talking about the NFL script writing conspiracy. Plus 1,000 is good. That's a good value. And he was awesome in that game against Baltimore. He was the reason. They could say whatever they want about Pat Mahomes. It was Travis Kelce who won that game. Um, I don't know what he will thank. You think he'll thank family or family members? And is Taylor Swift considered family or family members at this point?
Well, I did just see a thing. Taylor didn't thank Travis at her Grammy Award speeches the
I
other
noticed.
night, so Travis might feel a little slighted. Might not be mentioning Taylor in his MVP speech were it to happen. Um, he does have a brother that he does a podcast with. If there's anyone listening to this that is unaware of that, you're a unicorn. But yeah, so family could be a thing. Um, but yeah, seems like another teammate, coach guy to me. I don't know. Maybe it'd be
Yeah,
coach.
I think I'll probably play. I may play Brock Purdy. I kind of love the storyline of everyone. Just every time they talk about Brock Purdy, it's like, oh, Mr. Irrelevant. He doesn't belong here. It's been pretty fucking good. Like we can keep creating these storylines about how he doesn't belong.
Annoyingly good.
It's been annoyingly good.
He's got a weird neck.
He does. He's an Iowa State guy. He's exactly what I expect from Iowa State. Not
Like
great.
like his neck is not the same size at the top as it is at the bottom.
Huh. I haven't seen.
He's got like a wide base on his neck, or like a skinny top of it. I don't know what it is. It's something weird about his neck. Can't put my finger on it.
He does have a thick bottom neck. Oh yeah, he's got a bit of giraffe. He's got a bit of the Mike Glennons in him. Oh,
Mm,
he's got a super long neck. He is Mike Glennon, more
okay.
handsome.
Yeah.
Mike for sure.
Once once he finishes puberty, he'll grow into that thing.
Yeah. Everyone makes the joke, so he keeps winning ball
I know.
games, laughing in our
Oh,
face.
yeah, for sure. If you think Brock Purdy, so really, if you think the 49ers are going to win, you're going to go ahead and definitely bet Brock Purdy MVP and Goddard Jesus
I think I'm going
in
to
the
roll the
speech.
dice
Those
with
are
Goddard.
locks.
I think I'm going to roll the dice with Goddard Jesus either way and see if Christian McCaffrey backs into it. He could possibly be a Goddard Jesus guy to start us off, but Brock Purdy was forcing it down the throat. Like he couldn't
Yeah.
get the words out fast enough. So if it's Brock Purdy, I am extremely confident it's Goddard Jesus. Coin toss. Are you how do you feel about this, Al?
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear. Tails never fails except for when it does, which is in the Super Bowl. So play heads.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't believe in tails never fails. I think it fails about 50% of the time. And because of that, I like to be contrary. I'm playing heads here as well. You were talking about Reba McEntire. We got a lot to talk about with Reba McEntire.
Yeah, when we were kicking this whole thing off, Matt, I thought that's the prop we were going to dive into. The one where you need to get your notepads out. It's the Reba props.
I'm sorry. Let's
Let's
go
do
deep
it.
into Reba McEntire.
Listen, buddy, you do not have to tell me to go deep into Reba.
Hey.
I am down.
So let's talk about the U.S. national anthem length. I think you did your own research here prior to the show, right, Al?
I did. So I sat here while you were getting beers and sang the national anthem in my best Reba McEntire impression. And so the line here is set at 1 minute and 28 seconds, which I feel like when I first saw, I thought was a really low number. But in doing my very detailed research, I found that it's pretty close to what it's going to be. I really think it's going to depend on if she carries that note on Brave or not, and who doesn't. Right? You can't not do it. So I'll take the over 120, 1 minute and 28. Probably be right around 1 minute 30, 1 minute 34, somewhere in that range.
You'll be getting juice. You'll be getting credit on that. Under is juice to -120. Over is at -110. So if you feel good about the over, there's value on that side, which is a hilarious statement. But let's talk about Reba a little bit more. America's sweetheart. Everybody loves Reba. Both teams are wearing red. right? Both teams are heavily red colored. I don't know who will be the home team. I'm sure one of them will not be wearing red, but they're red colored. There are a couple bets out there right now about Reba McEntire's primary color of boots and Reba McEntire's primary color of hat. Let's start off here. Do you think Reba McEntire will be wearing a hat?
So I kind of don't.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I feel yeah. Hmm.
So you hate where I'm going on this.
No, I love where you're going on it, and I love your logic behind it. I'm just not sure if she's going to be wearing a hat. Is all.
Oh, I think it's cowboy hat season for sure.
Yeah, me
And
too.
you can hit the hat at plus 200 red. I don't know if she'll wear the hat at plus 200 red, and plus 200, it's the best odds on the board. It's the most likely option according to Vegas. But you could also get boots at plus 350 on red, and I think one of those two will be red in order to match. She's a stylish woman, and she wants to be in the moment. Red cowboy boots are fire for Reba McEntire. I don't know if it conflicts with her hair color too much to wear the red hat. That's my only fear, that she may try to go with something more of a contrast instead of like something that's close but not close enough, you know?
Matt, I just had a vision. Okay, I
Okay.
just had an epiphany. I don't know if there's someone needs to ask a book for this wager to be made. They need to put a line out on this. I need to see Reba McEntire in something made by what's her face? Used
Juszczyk?
Chick's wife. That's so bad that I don't know her name. But you know who I'm talking about? I don't know
I
if it'll
do.
be a jacket or the boots, maybe a custom, maybe red boots. One's Niners, one's Chiefs.
Wow. I
Maybe
love
a
I love
jacket. Yeah, I really like that.
yeah. I
That
I
bet I
think
just I don't have odds for it. I love it.
I I think it's well my option. I'm gonna probably play both to be red and see if one of them turn up. It's stupid prop season. I'm gonna be betting on coin flips and Jesus rods. Why not bet on Reba McEntire rocking some red? Woman will be in style. She's gonna match the occasion, and I love that play here. What other prop I really like is, will there be a penalty for roughing the passer? Yes is at plus 115. No is at minus 150. I do think emotions will be too high. I know that the refs don't want to take over the game, but some passers getting roughed here. So I'm going to probably play yes there just because it's on the plus value. I don't know if you have thoughts on that.
Um, I was thinking no, just because Purdy doesn't get roughing the passer calls. So you're
Okay.
really talking about it only going one way. Um, but yeah, who's calling the game? No, it's a good crew calling it. It's Bill Vinovich or something, I think. Um, yeah, I don't think I like it. There is
Okay.
one bet that we didn't mention. It's a little bit juiced here, but just to tie a bow on Reba here, it says, "Will Reba McEntire be wearing a cowboy during the anthem?" It's minus 650, but I can guarantee you she will not be wearing a cowboy.
I kind of hope she is wearing a cowboy. I don't know what that means. Like, I hope it's an actual cowboy. It's not like a misprint on Bovada, because that
Oh,
would be
it's for sure meant to be cowboy hat, but I think that's pretty good. Get my lawyers involved, even if she has a cowboy hat on.
like for a $25 bet.
Yeah, it says cowboy, not cowboy hat.
Not wearing a cowboy. Sure, we don't know what that means. I always like TV ad bets. A lot of them are kind of skewed. There's BMW versus Coors Light. Who do you think will show the first ad? Do you think it'll be BMW or Coors Light now?
Ooh. So I will say this. I think the first commercial will be a beer commercial, but I don't know if it's going to be Coors Light.
Will definitely be
Um,
more beer commercials than you think, too.
well, also, isn't this like the first Super Bowl where it's not sponsored by Budweiser? So like there'll be other beers shown, or was that last year? I
I
remember
don't
that
remember.
being a thing. Like Budweiser's always been the sponsor of the Super Bowl, or Bud Light, and so I think they get priority for ads, and I think that's no longer the case. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll say BMW.
Wow. Okay. Go hit it. Plus 140.
Oh, nice.
Coors Light is minus 185. I just assume there'll be like 11 beer commercials in the first 5 minutes somehow. They'll like be cramming more beer commercials than there are
Yeah.
games. Um, the only one here that is even, or like the odds are even, both are at minus 120, is Popeyes versus Dove. I know you and I are on two sides of the fence here on this one. Al, and the Popeyes versus Dove commercial face off, where do you sit?
Yeah, I mean, so I was saying I think Dove is a boring subject for a commercial, so it's not going to be that first commercial break. It's probably going to be some point in the middle of the first half or middle of the second half. Um, Probably second half where it's more like prime for bathroom breaks and whatnot. Popeyes has the potential to be that like first commercial break. Like that's people they're gonna have a good commercial. So that is my logic, and that's why I would put the money on Popeyes.
Yeah, I get that logic. I do. My thought here is Dove is owned by Unilever, right?
Hmm.
An $8 million ad to Unilever is like a drop in the bucket.
They
That's like
might pay for a whole commercial break.
exactly. That's like a couple hours at the Unilever office. They make $8 million. They like sneeze on that money and forget about it. Where Popeyes, I'm sure $8 million is more impactful. So I do think there's a higher chance that Unilever will have a premium block or Dove will be in a premium block. Look, I think Popeyes is more likely than random Unilever brand, but I think it's more likely that the premium spot will be going to a Unilever product because they can afford the money easier. So I would lean to Dove. Don't love it, but I'm gonna bet it because it's Super Bowl and I'm betting as many dumb things as I can bet. Um, I did see. Oh, you were talking about national anthem face-offs, right? Or America the Beautiful
Yeah,
face.
America the Beautiful. Yeah,
You want to go into that a little bit?
yeah. So let's see. So not only is there an over under on the length of time it takes Post Malone to sing America the Beautiful, which I don't have a read on, but there are some other specials related to the song. The first being which team will be shown first, the Chiefs or the 49ers? And I'm pretty sure Chiefs minus 130 is a lock. Lock,
Hit it.
lock.
Hit it
So
for sure. Hit it for sure.
that's like I know we're like a lot of this is joking and tongue in cheek, but that's like legitimate. But you should bet that one.
Hit it.
And then I'll give you the head to heads. Who will be shown first during America the Beautiful, and you let me know which side you like. Travis Kelsey or Christian McCaffrey?
Travis Kelsey. I know
Mahomes.
that
Okay.
the odds are bad there, but Travis Kelsey is the only
Yeah.
thing.
Mahomes or Purdy?
Okay, let's think about this. They're gonna go. Camera's gonna focus on the Chiefs, right? Are they gonna keep going to Chiefs before they go to the San Francisco sideline? I think
Or
they'll probably.
are like Mahomes and Kelsey going to be next to each other in the
Yeah,
same shot?
yeah. I would go Mahomes because my thought process is going to go Kelsey, then McCaffrey, then Mahomes, then Purdy, right? If we're panning from side to side, um, then or they'll show San Francisco, and Kyle Shanahan and go in that order. So I would go Mahomes, but I don't love it as much.
So between Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, you would like Kyle Shanahan first then?
Yeah, I would. I don't think he's more famous than Andy Reid. Andy Reid's in State Farm commercials. Kyle Shanahan is just the coach. Um, but I think in like the order of operation here, it depends on it really is going to depend on that first bet. Kansas City Chiefs players or staff, if they get like a wide shot and Andy Reid's in that shot, I don't love it. But I think Kyle Shanahan is going to be like a primary focus, considering there's like three things you're going to focus on San Francisco, and it's those three. That'd be my guess, right? Do you think I'm wrong there?
No, I think I like the logic. I think, like I said, I think there's probably a decent shot they get Kelsey and Mahomes in like the first shot when the song starts, and boom, you hit two bets to start, and then they go to Kyle Shanahan maybe and go to
Yeah,
coach for the Niners, and then they go to some Niners players and then Andy Reid, something like that. But then another one that I think I also like is the last one here is who will be shown last during America the Beautiful. And I think Chiefs will also be the winner there. I think that's where you get your Andy Reid shot.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. So the most impactful shots, the beginning and end, are going to be the Chiefs because the media is we know who's watching the game, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
The Chiefs are America's team at this point.
Yeah, exactly. These are your novices, right? These aren't your football pros who are there every week. They're going to want to see the spectacle, and Kansas City has more of the spectacle there. So I like that.
Yeah.
Um, any other props? How do you think? I'm really intrigued to watch Post Malone sing "America the Beautiful." I like Post Malone. I think he's fine. I feel like this is going to be a big moment for Post Malone to test out his chops in a little more natural setting. And I
Yeah.
don't know.
You think he's going to go with like a little country flair or something here?
I think so. I mean, he's diverse enough, right?
Because
He's
he's not going to have like the auto tune and like a beat on it. You know, it's going to be like
oh shit, I
acapella.
hope he does.
It
I
would
hope
be
he does
fucking
full
bad. It would be.
T-Pain.
It
I
would
hope
be
he
really
does
sick.
full T-Pain, in love with a stripper, version of America the Beautiful. The beat drops on the second America, and the beat comes in real hard, like that 808 machine, drum machine shit. Man, I will. I'm in. I'm in for a trip.
We need to spice up America the Beautiful. Somebody remix that shit.
Yeah, all these look, they're great songs, but the national anthem is fine, right? But no one's like ever listened to that on their iPod or their iPhone and just be like, yeah, this shit slaps. This is what I'm gonna start my day with. The national anthem. So we could use a little spice to America the Beautiful. I'm in
Yeah.
for that.
Matt,
Let's see.
what color liquid will be poured on the winning coach of the Super Bowl 58, and how is it that they're calling it? I know that they're like they don't want to use branding. They can't call it Gatorade, but what color liquid just doesn't sound right to me.
No, it feels bad. Feels gross.
It feels real bad.
I like how lime is green and yellow. Can I ask you a question, Al? If you have a lemon lime Gatorade, this is highly contested in my household. What color is lemon lime Gatorade?
Yeah, I saw a thing where it's like, what color is a tennis ball? And there's half the people say green and half the people say yellow. And I think I can't not say green, even though I know it's more like yellow. You know, it's like highlighter yellow, but it's like green. I don't know.
It's
It's more
okay.
green than highlighter yellow, but it's more yellow than highlighter green.
You know, it's a perplexing one. But my wife and I literally have to call it lemon lime Gatorade because I used to call it yellow and she would get angry. And when she calls it green, my ears want to. It's like when she calls runs points in baseball. Like there's very few things that get under my skin. That's one of them for some reason. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sidebar there.
I think actually the color of the Gatorade is more yellow than like a real like lime green.
Yeah, it's not lime green. It's yellow.
Yeah,
It's lemon, then lime.
yeah, you're right.
It's not lime,
You're
lemon.
right. You're right.
I know that could be alphabetical too. So purple is the favorite here. Orange is second. Then you got blue and lemon lime, and then red. Clear and water is a good one. I kind of dig clear and water at plus 800.
Yeah.
I think we could rule out that no liquid to be poured on winning coach is not going to happen.
Yeah. I gave that like literally a half second thought, and I was like, oh no, like it's a whole thing.
I
But
will go
slash water. I feel like that's. I don't know why it's plus 800. I feel like that should be plus 200.
I like clear slash water. I like red. I know I'm just doing a color matchup thing, and like who could be the most. That shit doesn't matter to the players or anyone else, but I'd probably go red or clear slash water. I don't know if that's dumb. Is purple that popular? Is purple Gatorade the hotness? I'm surprised that's the favorite.
I mean, I guess I don't see coolers of Gatorade getting dumped on people often enough to like have an informed opinion here. And honestly, I think generally there's only one game where it happens in NFL, whereas like in college it's a different story. But I don't know. Does that carry over to NFL?
Don't know. If you were to have a cooler of Gatorade,
I would bet on that just for shits and giggles. Get a little Duke's Mayo action.
Ooh. If you had to have a cooler of Gatorade poured on you, which one would you want?
And clearer water.
Clearer water. You're not trying to live that sugary, sticky
Yeah.
life.
I ain't trying. Oh.
Anything
I
else?
was gonna say, is there a shittier way to celebrate than getting an ice cold sugary beverage dumped all over your being?
Oh, it's awful. I mean,
It's
who
awful.
cares? Who cares? You just won the Super Bowl. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, sure.
Any chance Roger Goodell isn't showed at least 2 times during the Super Bowl?
No, at least 2 times.
Yeah, okay. Do you think they'll use the chains for measurement 2 times during the Super Bowl?
Not likely.
Yeah, like once, right? So that one's a heavy under 1.5 is minus 455. I may take the over because it's plus 305, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
Andre Day singing "Left Every Voice and Sing." Where's the Usher odds?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
where is the halftime show odds? That's
Usher, Usher, Usher. USHERRAYNOND. I saw a video the other day. It was these two girls, probably in their 20s or whatever, and they were like, "Here's how the halftime show is going to start," and it's each of them like predicting how Usher's going to start it, and it's like, "Bum bum bum bum, yeah!" And it's like, I don't know, just Usher's got a great catalog. There's a million different ways he could start the halftime show, and they would all be fantastic.
well, let's see if I can get it. Usher halftime show.
Ooh, requested wagers. I wonder if there's any Usher here.
Yeah, we got this is very important podcast. I found it at BetMGM. Here we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Yeah, plus 225. My way plus 225. DJ's
Oh
got
my god! Like that'd be a good one too, you know.
DJ's got us falling in love in the club.
No,
No, got us falling in love tonight plus 500. Love in the club
drop
plus 600.
drop the link in the chat. I need to see this. We need to evaluate. We're gonna get some. We're gonna talk Usher.
I mean, I get where yeah is a hell of a way to start it off, but it feels like almost going out too hot. You know,
Baby,
flying too
let me
close.
love you down. What's that one called?
Oh my god,
So
OMG.
many ways. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Um,
He's not doing Confession or Confession Part 2. It's probably for the best. Great song, but
Burn plus 1200.
Burn's so slow. It's
Yeah,
not
but
a
that's a good like. No, it's not a good kicker offer. It's got to be upbeat, right?
I think you want to start off upbeat, but I don't know if you want to go out with yeah, like right off the bat.
I don't know. Like loving this club is the right like tempo, but like it's not the right words. You
Loving
know,
this club.
I like OMG. That's my bet. I would bet that one. I
That's a
don't
good
know
one.
what's boyfriend.
I don't remember
Yeah,
boyfriend.
superstar.
Let's see. I think it's yeah. I like Love in the Club, or Oh My God works too. Like that could be fun. That part it's
Yeah,
coming out. I'm
my
excited.
way. My way is good too. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be actually like scientists must get together to formulate like the perfect recipe for a Super Bowl halftime show because it's got to be someone who's inoffensive, but someone who like is a draw to people of multiple colors, multiple cultures, multiple like age ranges. You know, you don't want people starting riots in the street because old people are upset, but you know, it's got to be entertaining so the kids tune in. And I feel like Usher is like there's not a better person that hits the bullseye on that.
No, I think he's going to be great at it. I love the halftime shows. I know people were hard on Rihanna they're always good. All the artists are good.
Yeah,
Like there's rarely somebody sucks.
Rihanna,
Like and
Rihanna's
ever
was good. I mean, I think
he's awesome.
yeah,
He's
it's
got bangers.
yeah. You
Bangers.
need someone who's got at least a dozen songs, so you're left wanting more. Do you have any thoughts on the halftime show guest appearance odds that were just a little bit further down that page?
Oh,
Alicia Keys is a favorite minus 330. I did not realize she's that
she's
likely
in
to
my
come out with
boo.
Usher.
She's in my boo. That song. So Little John's a great one at minus 102.
Yeah.
Ludacris and Usher. All three of those make perfect sense to me.
A Taylor Swift halftime show appearance? That plus
No,
550? I mean, she'll be there, but I don't think there's any. Why would she come out and sing with Usher? There's not
no,
like any reason for that, right?
no way she's coming out there.
Yeah.
Diddy doesn't really make sense. Justin Bieber, maybe. Um, David Guetta. I could see David Guetta too.
Lil Jon is a pretty solid one, minus 102. That's good. I'd bet that.
Yeah, because Usher has David Guetta on a bunch of songs. Well, he's on Without You. He's on that song Rest of My Life. He's on Without. Oh, yeah. I just said Without You. So I could see that one being a possibility if you want to get spicy at plus 640. I love Ludacris. I like Little John, but there's not much value.
Well, no, like no, I changed my mind. You absolutely have to hammer Little John here, Lil Jon, right? Because there's no way Usher does not sing "Yeah," and if he sings "Yeah," like, is he gonna do it without Lil Jon?
It's not the same. You can't have that recorded. You
That's
need the guttural tones of Little John screaming "Yeah" in order
that's
for
like
that to work.
singing "Islands in the Stream" without Kenny Rogers.
Amen, brother.
Oh shit!
Let's. Yeah, but okay. So if he does, yeah, with Little John, is Ludacris going to be on the song too? I think they got to be both of them. You got to do both.
I guess Ludacris is on that song too. I guess I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. Luda,
Yeah.
yeah, Luda's minus 250.
Yeah, I
Although I
think
guess
the odds
Luda
are.
could be the guy who comes in, does his little rap part, but then also fills in with the gas.
Well, Ludacris is also in that State Farm commercial right now. He's on regular TV. Everyone likes Ludacris at this point. He's no longer like specific to a crowd.
Yeah,
He's universally appealing. So I could see that one being working out. Nicki Minaj at plus 310. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Rihanna
yeah,
didn't have anyone last year, right? I think it
yeah. I
was
don't
just
think so. I also think yeah, like there might be one person, maybe two, right? Like there's not going to be like three or four. This isn't like a Usher and Friends. This is Usher. You know?
yeah. I know. I really wanted Eminem there. I know this brings up the pain again, but I wanted Usher and
Mm,
Eminem. I know Eminem would have stepped up for it too.
that would have been cool.
Yeah, I'm going with yeah. Not an exciting start. I like what you're doing. Yeah, or I'm going to do Oh My God as the second option. What did
Yeah.
you like here? You like Loving This Club? Or
No.
did you?
Oh my God. OMG. I think yeah is a good one too. Those are both really good ones.
Because yeah, you can go into a slow song right afterwards because it's just so hyped up, and then get the stage set up for like more energy. Um, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for that halftime show. I love a good
Yeah.
halftime.
Lil Jon for sure. I'll bet it.
Yeah, I got to get a different betting site. Onside kick attempted in the game.
Feels like no.
Nose at minus 300. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think. Flea flicker attempted in the game.
Mm,
Okay. Will there be a touchdown thrown by a non-quarterback?
ooh, that's fun. I think there'll be an attempt, and it will be by the Chiefs.
Plus 460 if you want it.
Do I feel that way? I don't know, but do I think I do. I don't know.
The Chiefs love to run that weird shit. Did you know there's
Yeah.
a team called the Octopus? An octopus is when the same player who scores a
Oh
touchdown
yeah.
scores the two-point
2 point
conversion.
conversion too. Yeah.
I have never heard of that term. I
Oh
hate
really?
people who heard of that term.
You hate it?
No, I love it. I love that the
Oh
octopus. I like cute names for anything.
yeah.
Do you think an octopus happens? Yes, a plus 900. Oh, here we go. Will any player propose to his girlfriend on the field after the game? Plus 210 is yes. Minus 290 is no. I think we're in the no camp because of what happened, right? Because of the Grammy fallout.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just very. It's like a thing that like a fan makes up It's not a thing that a person who like loves someone chooses to do. You know
It's
what I
all
mean?
for show. It's not for
Yeah,
love.
exactly. Yeah, that if it happens, that's a doomed couple.
Yeah, for sure. I do think there's something really important to talk about that we covered a little bit last week. We were going through the number things that are the number 13 because it's Taylor Swift's favorite number. Do you know Brock Purdy's number?
Is it
Hmm,
13?
it is 13. The other day on the Grammy, she said, "This is my 13th Grammy that I've won, and that's my favorite number."
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
maybe there's some Brock
some
Purdy.
bad
Grammy.
portent
Yeah. Sorry,
omens.
we did this like a bunch last week. We kept just peppering the number 13 and things. So we didn't get to Brock Purdy's number, and we were all remiss as a squad that we fucked that up. And we apologize.
Mm.
Um, anything else you want to go over, buddy, before we close this out and end football season?
Mm, I hope both teams play hard. I hope both teams end up crushed.
Uh,
That's
there's
it. That's all I
no
got.
there's no petty or hurt there at all. Um, thank you for
Oh,
joining.
okay. Here, sorry. There is one more thing I want to mention. So if anyone listening is familiar with what is it? Oz Perlman, I think might be his name. He's a mentalist. You may have seen his bullshit online where he goes to like the Bengals meeting room and predicts who Joe Burrow is going to pass the ball to like 4 times in a row. Or well, apparently he went to the Jets in the preseason and predicted that the Jets would win. Well, so he had McCole Hardman predict the Super Bowl score and the teams involved, and McCole Hardman predicted that the Jets would beat the 49ers by a score of 31-21. Obviously, the Jets did not make the Super Bowl, but I'll tell you who's in the Super Bowl. The 49ers are in the Super Bowl, and McCole Hardman is in the Super Bowl for the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure that's who it was, McCole Hardman. So don't come at me if I got the guy wrong. But there is a popular bet here. It's the correct score being Chiefs 31, 49ers 21, and Bovada has a prop out for it. It is 100-1, so plus 10,000. Yeah. So if you believe in the mentalist and you think Oz Perlman is a legit prognosticator, then that is free money. Go ahead and throw whatever it'll let you bet on that.
Love it. Love that. Before we go, Al, tell me your favorite bet. I know we were joking around about these things, but what is your favorite bet for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Reba over.
Reba over. Like Reba
Yep.
over. I'm hitting both Reba Reds, red hat, red boots. I'm sure it'll blow up disastrously as she's not wearing a hat. She's riding it. She's wearing a cowboy, but not a hat, and her boots are blue. I also like what we talked about, the teaser combination. I'm going to probably take the Chiefs to +8 and take the over to
Yeah.
41.5 and kind of play that out. I know it's against the rules, but it's a Super Bowl. There's no rules, and it's like a dumb teaser again. Dumb teaser Super Bowl Sunday.
I mean, I really do think that you could play both sides of that. You could tease Chiefs and the over and Chiefs and the under, and you've got a good shot at middling those, and the Chiefs leg isn't going to miss. So
I also, if you can do it, if you wanted to do player props, I like McCaffrey to score a touchdown, which doesn't provide you much value, and Brock Purdy to throw an interception. Over half of an interception. That'll probably get you in that +100, +110 range. And that feels really good to me.
Yeah.
I being a Brock Purdy pick game for sure.
I might build some like bullshit same game parlay and post it online or something.
Do it. Put it on the TikTok.
We'll do.
All right,
Sounds good.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us on the hell of a football season. You won some money with us. You had some laughs. We appreciate it. And until next year, maybe we'll have some soccer content, but until next year, good night, Joey.
Good night. Good night, Stu. Good night, Matt. Good night, Lee. Good night, anyone who listens.
Cheers, guys.